Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Brian with Canvas the Town, coming at you with another Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak Title Update 5 video. This time, I am talking about incorporating Storm Soul into your Thunder sets, something that was never possible before. I mean, sure, you could run Storm Soul before, but you wouldn't be able to get Qurious and Strife and Dragon Conversion and all of the necessary skills on top of that. We're at like Burst 3 and Thunder Attack 5. You wouldn't be able to fit all of that. Dereliction 2. I would love it to be 3, but in this case it has to be 2. It's worth it to sacrifice 1 point of Dereliction for Storm Soul. So what Storm Soul does and why Storm Soul is so ridiculous, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this skill. So for those that don't know, Storm Soul increases your Thunder and Dragon attack by 5% for every level up to 3 levels. Now, you can never augment this skill onto any piece of armor. You also cannot ever make any decorations for this. This skill has been around since base Rise, so I don't think they're going to take it, I don't think they're going to make this something that you can augment into your set, because if you look at levels 4 and 5, it increases the level of other skills, and if they were to make this something you could Qurious craft, it would be, it would be a buggy mess. Probably is their logic with it. So I don't think you're ever going to see this, not even in the June update. So this is something that if you want to run Storm Soul, you have to use Ibushi or Narwa piece. And these pieces, when you augment them, they can never have any skills augmented onto them. So this is a big challenge for building that made it basically you can't do this. It basically locked you out of using Storm Soul until Title Update 5. But now that we have Title Update 5, let's talk about your Talisman. It needs to have level 3 in Furious or level 3 in Dragon Conversion. Either one would work. If you are the luckiest person on the planet and you have level 3 in Dragon Conversion and level 3 in Furious, or if you had level 3 in Dragon Conversion and level 3 in Strife, I think you could also make the set work with 3 pieces of Ibushi's set. Now, I only have this Talisman, which is still a lucky enough Talisman. Sure, the poison attack is useless, but that's okay, right? We have Furious level 3. We got a 3 slot and a 1 slot. Now, let's talk about the horn. So, the Narwa horn was the best horn to my knowledge, and I've been using it for all the title updates. Let's take a quick look at the damage. So, I have my Dragon Conversion going and everything. I got 258 raw element. And now let me do some silk binds. We're doing 130s, 190s. Very good damage. So it's definitely great damage on this horn, right? And we're getting 268 thunder element. But we have a new contender. A new challenger has entered the arena. And it's Kezu's horn. Let me pull out Kezu's horn. Kezu Keen. This thing rules. This thing rules. This thing's got 236, only a little bit less. And what does it have? Of course, it has element attack boost. So let's proc that real quick and look at our element. We have 276 element. We have more element than Narwas. 260. Now, let's take a look at the damage. Significantly higher. 220s on the head. So this horn is amazing. And this is definitely the new best thunder horn. And the best thing about this is it has some okay, like it has worse sharpness, but I like that it can even get to purple, because usually horns like this, they can't even get to purple. So I'm happy about that. We got some purple sharpness. We got a 4 slot. You could even go for the, level 5 handicraft on the set. So definitely run the Kezu Keen. You got element exploit too. You have the built-in level 3, tier 3 rampage slot. So this thing's sick. This thing is definitely the best thunder horn right now. Grab yourself a Kezu Keen. And it's, who doesn't love the silly hunting horn designs, right? Who doesn't love it? I know I love it. But yeah, so you got the extra 4 slot. You could slot a defensive skill. You could slot more handicraft. You could slot a little razor sharp. You could slot, you got a lot of options. You have a lot of options. Having an extra 4 slot is amazing. You probably don't want attack boost. It's just clicked by accident. But yeah, I would probably put, like, you could even put stun resistance is a pretty good idea, right? I might even put that in there. And yeah, so it's pretty stacked. Ibushi's helm, I picked this piece because it has evade extender. So it gives you 2 valuable skills, and it's got a 3-1-1 with augments. I think it normally just has a 2 slot. Yeah, so it's a 3-1-1 with augments. But the good news is rolling for slots on these things isn't particularly hard. There's not too many things you could roll on these pieces. Ideally, you don't get that much element reduction, like -1, -4 is okay. And then on the other one, I don't think I had any element reduction, yeah, which is amazing. But I didn't get 3 slots upgraded either. Not that it really matters, not too many 3 slots that this particular build is hungry for anyway. So going on in the set, we're using the Virtue Mail with Dragon Conversion. And that's because it has 3 levels of Handicraft and 2 levels of Strife. And good slots, 3-1-1. So this thing is just sick. This is a really, really good piece of armor. Highly recommend you get this and augment out some of the ammo up with Dragon Conversion. I bet if you're even luckier, you could get rid of all the ammo up, get Dragon Conversion, and get like slot upgrade. You know, maybe get a 4-1-1 or a 4-2-1. I'm sure it is possible if you believe. And Archfiend armor with the Dragon Conversion. Your standard augment there. And we got Strife plus Adrenaline Rush, which we don't really care about. And the slot upgrade, which is cool. On your standard Valstrax coil. This could probably be even a better piece of gear. If anyone has any ideas, let me know what you end up using. I just have this here just because I can fit this Dragon Conversion in the Strife and I don't have to build for something else. But I'm sure there's a piece that has Strife and a little more cooking than the Valstrax coil at this point. But I just wanted to share what's really important about this video is that with the Talisman with level 3 Qurious, level 3 Dragon Conversion, or level 3 Strife, or both, right? If you put it all together, you can negate having so many pieces of armor that you can literally have Ibushi or Narwa armor, and you can get that boost, which is a sizable boost, Storm Soul. You know, getting up to 15% if you have a God Talisman isn't a joke, because all of these Thunder weapons have some pretty nice base element and good damage to begin with. I bet Capcom was not really counting on you to ever use this, so they made it pretty busted, right? The 15% Thunder attack is awesome. For Dragon, it's never going to matter, I don't think. Let me know if you disagree, but I mean, you have Valstrax right there, Valstrax Soul right there to get 20% boost from your Dragon element from Dragon Blight. So this really only matters for Thunder builds. But yeah, even if you're not lucky and you don't have a Talisman this good, if you have a Talisman with, say, level 1, or not level 1, but level 2 Qurious, then you can also make this work. I believe I have a version of it here to show you. Yeah, I'm wearing just the Ibushi's Pure Helm, and I got the full, like, Archfiend set, and the Virtue, and the Valstrax coil. I probably have Qurious on the Archfiend legs, and this Talisman here just has a level 2. Here, let me save my current one, and I'll show you this one. Just real quick. So, if you have a Talisman that looks more like this, just Qurious level 2 and a couple 2 slots, that'll do it too. You know, you can still have 1 boost from it. A 5% boost is still a good boost when it's also going to go and stack with everything else, right? You're getting all of these boosts. That's the name of the game. We want to up the power level here in Title Update 5, and there's certainly the opportunities. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the build. Will you guys be using Storm Soul in your builds? And do you have any better ideas for pieces that work with it, or, you know, better talismans? Like, is there a certain combination of skills that's going to let us do this, you know, easier, that maybe isn't a god roll? Like, maybe you can get Qurious 2, Dragon Conversion 1, and that works. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think so, though. I think you need a god charm to have level 3 of this skill. And even then, you're going to have to really think about your set to make it work. But yeah, level 2 is somewhat reasonable to expect to get, right? So I would highly recommend, as you grind your way through Title Update 5, to take a good look at your Thunder build and see if you can't make this work and get a nice boost. Alright guys, this was a fun video to make. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, subscribe. I'm making new videos all the time. I got a little playthrough here. I'm going to show you guys the power of the build. I hope you enjoy. Peace out.